This is a new video series I am starting. It will be called Video Games and Some Crazy Concepts. In this particular series, I will naturally be speaking of video games, but also of some of the crazy concepts that have come up recently and of how it's affecting the video game industry. Role-playing has been a part of video games for a good while now, but apparently with the way the environment around online video games is, so has the so has the not structure but high intensity volume of feminism that comes around as well. In this pilot episode, the crazy concept that I will be speaking of now is centered on role playing. In role playing, you create a character for a video game setting and you play and act as that character. This concept is mostly used in online role-playing games such as Final Fantasy XI, which still exists, World of Warcraft, and a few others. As far as the issue of what happens in role playing, there are two different styles of it to consider. The first is something known as regular role playing or normal role playing, while the second is known as erotic role playing and can have intense sexual situations, but for the most part, it's just sexual innuendo. This can often lead to issues within the game, but more than not, they can be resolved quite easily through communication. Depending on how the role playing is done, it can be quite fun and enjoyable. For example, a walk-up is where one character approaches another character and instantly starts talking to them. Now, for the most part, walk-ups are a good thing, but they can have problems, such as when the other character has to be logged off by their player in order for that respective player to, say, go to work in the real world. Such things do happen. As far as erotic role playing, or in shortened terms, ERP, is concerned, this particular role playing is where the other concept that I will tackle for next week, the feminism aspect, comes into play. The reason I say this is because with erotic role playing, the sexual innuendos and often sexual situations do get people confused as to the intentions of the characters. It does happen. Even when plainly stated, the intentions do get twisted up a lot, which leads to more and more confusion, especially in online games. Such is the way of things nowadays. This is because when a person is in character, that is to say, when they are playing as their character, context is not easily as perceived when you are typing in words as opposed to when you're actually writing them. That happens when you are on PC or when you are using a controller or other form of gamepad. Yes, role-playing can be indeed wonderful, but it is also very complex, especially when you have a group of people who are into role-playing. That can happen quite often, and unless certain things are discussed out of character, that is, they are discussed between the players themselves and not the actual characters, it can mess up a lot of other interesting in-character aspects. Hence why it is important to discuss certain things out of character instead of just diving into the scenario in character, because people lose track of what goes on. Hopefully this will help out with realizing what role-playing is supposed to be within the setting of an online role-playing game. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And have a great day. Goodbye.